Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to my channel, Healing in His Word. And it is healing, as in it is a ongoing process. Whenever you're healing, it's not a one-time thing. Sometimes you hear from one area and here's another one. Open up. God has to heal you from the inside, from the root of where it stemmed from. And today we're going to be talking about ink, which is the inner critic, the inner negative critic inside of us, those voices, those feelings that we have, that allows doubt, that allows us to stay stagnated. Um, I went through that, so that's why I can talk about it. I went through I feel worthless or a failure, etc., etc. I went through those emotions. But one thing I wanted to say, because I'm always going to say something about the Bible as I'm going through these videos. Let's talk about Adam and Eve. When God created Adam and Eve, right? He created them as an adult. They did not have any childhood trauma. They did not have abandonment. They did not have neglect. Did not have hunger issues. Everything was beautiful, right? But Satan still found a way to get into Eve's mind, or get into her ear, get into her head, and doubt what God has said. And that's how Satan works. He finds a way to get into us, especially those that are vulnerable. He finds a way to get in our minds, our thoughts, our feelings. Satan has studied you long before you even studied yourself. Yes, he's smart. He's very smart and cunning. But by the power of Jesus, you will overcome, and you can overcome. So if Satan deceived Eve and she didn't have anything going on, what do you think he'll do to us with everything going on? So let's get into it. Inner negative critics. What is it? It is the part of us that attacks our sight and limit our ability for not living up to the ideal standards and expectations of ourselves. It evaluates our worth and rejects our now experience. That is what it does. It pretty much makes you a sad, depressed person. It kills your joy. What happens when you are critical of yourself? It can cause you to have shame, guilt, disappointment, anxiety, rejection, hopelessness, and embarrassment. And when we all have all of this going on inside of us, it shapes our decisions, actions, moves, and the choices we make. Have you ever just woke up in the morning and you thinking your day is going to be good, and then for some reason it turned sour, not even knowing the reason, but something on the inside just made you go into this outrage or bad mood or negative feeling for nothing whatsoever? You have to pay attention to the things that you're listening to and the things that you're watching. You have to change your perspective. Even if it's not good outside of your reality, you have to pay attention to that stuff and turn it around for the good. At some point you have to, because if not, you're going to stay in that same stagnated place, being negative. It just messes up your whole day. And that is what Satan's job is, to mess up your whole day, right? God may be telling you to do a video, and you're telling him that you can't do it because you don't have enough money, or because you don't look pretty, or you don't have what it takes to even start the video. But that is a trick of the enemy. That is a trick of the enemy. When you're critical of yourself and have shame, you don't want to do the videos because there is something in you that you feel that somebody else may be saying, oh, well, look at her nose, it's too big or too small. That is all a part of being critical of yourself. And you have to come to God and bring that stuff to him so he can help heal that, because out of every issue you have, there is a root to that problem. And God has to heal you from the root. You have to locate where it developed from and what relationship you have with it. Because if you keep feeding that negative thing that Satan is planting on in the inside of you, that is what you're going to always get. If you keep listening to Satan saying you are a failure, you'll never get out of poverty, then that's what it is. That's the negativity. That's the inner negative critic inside of you. If you're saying, oh, I'm too fat to do this, that's that inner negative critic. You have to get rid of that and start feeding yourself what God says about you. You are unique. You are a royal priesthood. You have to start feeding yourself what God says about you. Okay? You have to know the voice, the fear it carries, its efforts, functions, and purpose. What is the purpose of that thought that you're listening to right now? What is the purpose of it? That negative thing that you're listening to, the purpose of that thing is to have you turn away from what your main goal or assignment is, or to have you stagnate and say, I'm going to do it one day. We can't stay stuck. We don't have that much time on earth. You can't just stay stuck. You got to do something. But first, you have to get rid of that internet negative critic that you're listening to in your head that stares up whenever you come with the idea. Here's that inner voice telling you you can't do it. Your inner critic wants you to feel sorry for yourself, did that. Want you to fit in with everybody, never did that. Feel lonely so you can love the wrong somebody, been there, done that. Even stagnate you. Have an unhealthy amount of fear, been there. Suicide thoughts, been there too. But I've been to a suicidal thought when while I was on the journey with God. That is the only thoughts that I had, because the weight of what I was carrying is so heavy, and the things that I went through and going through is so heavy. Like, it's just like, God, I might as well just end it right now, or I might as well just drive this car somewhere. But it's not actually the thought of me actually wanting to do it. It's just I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, I was exhausted, right? Make you feel worthless, been there. Says you are a failure, been there too. Recognizing those thoughts and disengaging from them immediately so that you can maintain a healthy relationship with yourself and others. If you're always having something going on in the side of you that is negative, there is no way that you would be able to have a healthy relationship with others nor yourself. Because if you don't love you, then how are you going to love others, right? And comparison. A lot of people in today's generation compare. And I'm here to tell you, comparison kills. It kills your dreams. It kills your today. It kills everything about today. Comparison kills your hopes. It's just not good to ever compare yourself to anybody else, because God created you to be who you are supposed to be, and that is unique and different. And besides, you don't even know how God created me. I would be able to reach people that other people may not be able to reach with the way my process is or the things that I went through, right? So be yourself. Inner negative thoughts. What most people do not understand about internal negative thoughts is it is basically stemmed from a past thought, from trauma, something someone said to you, and it does not hold any truth in your life right now. It is not accurate information about who you are becoming. Those negative thoughts are not truths. You are to replace those negative thoughts with truths. Right? It holds no truth. Think about what you are thinking about and where did that thought come from and who said it or what happened for you to think about yourself in that way. The real truth is in the shedding of that negative critic in you. The real truth is in the shedding. You have to shed those negative thoughts. I know everybody heard sticks and stone may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is a total lie. Words carry power. Words can carry forever. So where do you that thought come from? Is it something your mama said to you, your daddy said to you, your grandma said to you, or your guardian? And you held on to those negative words thinking it's the truth? It can't be. It's not the truth. God did not say that about you. You have to replace those negative thoughts with truth and believe it, right? You have to believe it. Tips for inner negative critics. Number one, discover the root of it. Number two, disengage. Number three, weaken its power. And how are you going to weaken that power? You're not going to listen to it and you're going to cast it down, but you're going to replace it with truth. Number four, rely on your belief system. Your belief system is the most important thing in the world. Number five, replace that negative critic thought with your own positive wisdom. Also read Proverbs for wisdom. Number six, become aware of when, where, and what triggers those thoughts. Journal and write it down. Journal and write it down. And that is how you're going to discover. That is how you're going to confront. That is how you're going to heal. That is how you're going to thrive and grow from those inner negative thoughts that you have. And remember, Adam and Eve did not have any childhood trauma at all. No neglect, no nothing. But yet Satan, through the serpent, was very cunning. So Satan is very cunning to even get into you and allow you to believe a lie. But you have to replace that lie with the truth. And the truth is in the Bible. Okay, so if you like this video, like and share it and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll talk to you again.